Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing Unlimited here once again. And today, in this video we're going to talk about the proposed fight between Beterbiev and Canelo Alvarez. It's for the undisputed title in the light heavyweight division. We're going to talk about the tactics and the prediction and the way to win this fight. Suddenly we have to start by saying in no particular order that suddenly everybody wants to fight Beterbiev. What they're looking at, maybe Bivol, as I think is correct, has actually created a unique blueprint on how to fight Beterbiev. But the question we're going to ask is has Canelo Alvarez got that kind of movement that the Boer has? Remember, Canada has lost to Bivol before on a unanimous point decision, and now he wants to fight Beterbiev. The fight might come up. It's a good fight. It's a mega fight. There's a lot of money in that fight, and Canada is actually seeking legacy in this fight, because if he becomes a two-time undisputed champion, that is great for his resume and CV. And the legacy is there. It's all over the place. Nobody said before the fight with Bivol, nobody wants to fight. A lot of people run away from Beterbiev because of the kind of fighter and the kind of pressure he brings in a fighter every time he fights. To be honest with you, tremendous pressure. We saw it against Bivol. Bivol, a master mover and a slick mover, had problems towards the end, with his movement. Even though I think Bivol carried the day, won that fight outright. I've seen the fight, I've watched it all over again. The first half of the fight, Bivol took. The second half of the fight, most of the fights, they shared the rounds. I have to be honest with you, that is what I saw. I called that fight, and I called it against all odds that Bivol will win the fight by decision. And I think he did that by decision. Whatever they saw in the fight, I don't know. But coming to Beterbiev, if he doesn't rematch with Bivol outright, which Bivol wants to do, he has made his statement clear to everybody, all and sundry. And if he doesn't fight it, a lot of people, especially the core boxing fans, will say the movement of Bivol is a worry for him, and he doesn't want to go into that trade again because he took a lot of things out of him. If you see him towards the end of the fight, he wasn't quite sure. In fact, he was dejected and desolate and he wasn't confident on the result until the result was announced. Bivol and his corner were the people celebrating after the fight, because Bivol is a workhouse. His work rate is impeccable, to say the least. But let us come back to this fight, which is Beterbiev and Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, we know him is a power puncher, but the problem he has these days is knocking people out, and his work rate has diminished, but he packs power in his both hands, especially in his left hook to the liver. If he wants to beat Beterbiev, he has to come through body punches, to be honest with you. Beterbiev doesn't like body punches, just like nobody does anyway. I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody does like body punches, especially when it comes to the solar plexus and comes to the liver. They are very painful punches, But Canelo is a master of it. Canelo is shorter than Beterbiev. Beterbiev at 5'11", Canelo at 5'8". Canelo will have advantage towards the body, but can he capitalize? Because the pressure and the power of Beterbiev is something else. Can Canelo have the discipline of movement? We know Canelo is slicky as well. His upper body movement is solid. His punches are solid. He's got power punches, But for him, it's not going to be easy. We're looking at both of them. They've got power. They've got pressure. But we're looking who has a better one. That is what we're going to see in this fight. Who has a better chance of beating, especially on the body, on his power, and the discipline of the fight, and the work rate. We're looking at this fight, and we're saying which power is the greater power between who has the better power or greater power between Beterbiev and Canelo Alvarez. We will see when the fight comes up. If the fight comes to fruition, what we'll see is going to be different. You know, if Canelo wants to have a chance in this fight of beating Beterbiev, I think he has to come from the front foot. You know, no matter the pressure that Beterbiev comes with, he must have to push him back. Because Beterbiev, we saw in that Bivol fight with Bivol, doesn't like fighting on the back foot. He likes the front foot. He's older now, and he fights maybe once in a year or thereabout. He has a lot of injuries and everything, because his fight with Bivol was postponed as well because of the injury he had on his knee. I don't know if that affected him on the fight, because Bivol had a game plan that he used towards the end. The body punches, I guess, weakened him a little bit, and he slowed down on his movement. But that is not to say that he lost all those rounds, because his combinations, even though they are not as hard as that of Beterbiev, was an issue throughout the whole fight. You know, we're looking at this, and I was saying, between Canelo, Alvarez, and Beterbiev, whose power is going to prevail? That is a $1 million question. You know, who is going to be the pressure and the power? Who is going to bring more to the table in the day of the fight? And what I'm saying is a very tough ask, you know, because we're looking at Canelo, and a lot of people are saying that, and I'm my humble self included. How can he leave Benavidez fight or Morel fight and walk up to the light heavyweight to fight Beterbiev, who everybody believes has more power than these people and more, you know, boxing ability as well, you know. But we will see what will happen, and there's a reason for everything. There's a reason for Canelo to take the position he took. If he avoids, as people say, he was ducking Benavidez and ducking Morel, and he walks up to Beterbiev to fight him, that is proper, that is wicked. And what he does is just bury all lot of talks about Canelo ducking who and ducking who. Because what he seems to be looking for is legacy in his fights. What kind of legacy is he going to have after his fighting days? That is the question, the $1 million question. You know, can Canelo withstand the power and pressure of Beterbiev? You know, Canelo has not been knocked down before in his career. We have to be honest. Beterbiev has been done before, you know. So the question that comes to mind quickly is, can Beterbiev actually knock Canelo down or knock him out? That is the $1 million question, and it's a very big ask. But we can't answer this question until the fight. We'll see on the fight day and see what happens. You know, timing is very important in this fight with Beterbiev, because Beterbiev comes with that pressure. It comes consistently. We saw it, even though he's at the age of 39 and 40. I don't know how he does it, you know. But I've always said in this channel, we always said that age is just but a number. You know, the discipline you have, the work rate you have, the dedication you have, and then your will. That is the willpower, you know, and determination to win. You know, is the most important thing in boxing. It's not about age. We saw Lara the other day at 41, stopping Danny Garcia, and then he's at 41. He's still banging. So why this age is a proper thing, you know, is depends on the individual and depends on how disciplined he is, you know, in keeping himself high, keeping himself ready, keeping himself eating the proper foods, and then sleeping on time as well. All these things are not for leaking when you make a lot of money and getting involved in so many things. And young fighters do today. You know, Canelo have never been down, as we said. The question, the $1 million question is, can Beterbiev beat Canelo and stop him or put him down on a knockdown? We will see that on the fight day, if this fight comes to fruition. Timing, I would say, is very important. You know, body punch is imperative in this point, especially for Canelo. Canelo has to go to the body. He attack the body of Beterbiev consistently. Pressurize him through the body all the way. Put him on the back foot for him to have a chance. If he does that, I think he has a chance of winning this fight against Beterbiev. Beterbiev is not unbeatable. He's had all his fights but one. He's been on knockout, and he's had quality fighters all through. He fights quality men. That is why we love him. He doesn't dodge people, you know. We love him because of that, and a lot of people. But in his fight before, we saw that styles make fight. We keep saying it. A lot of people don't believe us. A lot of people predicted on that fight that he's going to knock Bivol out before the end of the fifth round. But it never happened because of the movement of Bivol. Bivol is here, there, back foot, front foot, combinations, and a variety of punches. You know, this fight actually is too close to call, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you in a minute that if this fight comes to fruition, Beterbiev wins by decision. It's going to be a very tough fight. No doubt about that. Our time is up, brothers and sisters. And we urge you well to subscribe to this channel and make the channel grow. Do have a nice day and God bless. Bye.